So, willkommen zurück bei Star Trek Resurgence. Wir machen weiter. Und ja, wir sind hier gerade dabei. So, wir schauen einfach mal noch weiter runter. So, und.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral.
Okay, was jetzt? So. Nee. Ja.
EPS lines to the fourth warp engine are back in balance.
Okay, gut.
Almost done.
Ich dachte schon.
Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chobot can...
Oh. Oh oh. Au. Das schöne Schiff. Oh. Das ist schlecht. Oh oh.
Dear's to bridge. We just lost the docking clamp. We've got a lot of debris coming down. All vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us. Put him through.
Resolute. The remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
We have crew outside and are looking for the
We have
safest way
people
to...
on this station. If that mooring arm breaks, we could lose dozens of crew.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
And repel the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Alter.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order. Chara?
Ja, jetzt lass mich überlegen.
Yes, sir. Disengaging the clamps.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there.
The captain made himself quite clear.
Ja.
Reverse the polarity.
There is protocol.
And there are lives.
What is the holdup?
Ah.
Starbase, stand. We're gonna flip hull polarity to disengage the clamps.
Yes, Commander.
What? You just said you disengage the clamps.
Captain, I have to do this.
Tja. Sorry, Captain, aber...
Repair crew, this is acting Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, we are going to reverse hull polarity to free us from the remaining docking clamp. Tether yourself and deactivate your boots on my mark.
Understood.
Vielleicht läuft's ja gut.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark!
Perfect.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
Los jetzt. Los. Geh hoch. Alter. Geh verdammt doch mal hoch jetzt. Oh. Jetzt mach schon. Was? Ah, meine Herren. Oh. Alter, voll gegen den Kopf. Du bleibst schön hier.
I got you.
So, die ist wohl knocked out.
Mr. Etzelar's hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There's an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Etzelar there to access the interior.
Okay,
Roger that.
dann los.
Going right now.
Oh. Ohne bitte erschlagen zu werden von irgendwas. So, ja, der Captain ist jetzt unzufrieden, klar, aber...
I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
Jetzt rein da, Freunde. Ich dachte gerade, ich schläg mich jetzt nieder.
Let me save your neck this time. No time to fight me on this. Get in there.
Okay.
You better be right behind me.
Ist das dein Scheiß Ernst? Jetzt komm rein! Du dumme Kuh, Alter. Kann man so blöd sein? Ja, jetzt regt die sich auf, weißt, die will, dass ich zuerst reingehe. Und jetzt gehe ich zuerst rein und die, das ist scheiße. Alter, dumme...
We're in.
Was hat die für Probleme?
They're safe. Bringing the Sith fully online.
Do it.
Dumme Kuh, Alter. Also bitte. Ich weiß, die will the price of duty. Die will, dass ich zuerst reingehe, dann mache ich das und dann regt die sich auf, dass ich das tue. Frauen, ehrlich.
Carter.
I'm okay. I'm okay. But Etzelar,
Here, let me help you.
Bist du tot? Ist doch alles in Ordnung.
Medical. We've got one wounded at my location. Millie.
oh man.
Oh, das ging schnell.
We'll see you at sickbay.
So eine blöde Kuh, Alter. Sorry, aber die kann mich mal. Ich werde die jetzt nur noch zurücklassen.
The repair crew made it inside. EPS flow is back to nominal levels. The
Jetzt
Sith
kriege ich
is
sowieso erstmal Anschiss.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Hermot?
Releasing the docking clamps using hull polarity minimized damage to the Resolute. We'll have some last-minute repairs to make, but if we reapportion some of the staff, we can make our departure on time. As of now, however, we are successfully moored to the station.
Good to hear. Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek, with me.
Sie haben meinen Befehl ignoriert und haben auf eigene Gedingse. Ja, sorry, aber ich bin hier gerade auf dem Schiff. Ich habe hier gerade das Kommando. Sie waren nicht da. Arschloch.
You disobeyed my orders.
Ja, sag ich doch.
Well,
Gibt's noch was zu sagen, oder?
I shouldn't have gone against your orders, sir.
You can't unring that bell. Especially when you do it, not just in front of the bridge crew, but while I was in front of the Starbase staff. That's going to get around. My name's already tarnished around the fleet. But what is it going to do to my credibility on this ship? From the top to the bottom. Bridge to lower decks.
Ja, sorry, aber...
Captain, I told you I'd be honest, so here it is. Maybe I shouldn't have disobeyed a direct order, but you were wrong. You weren't on board, and you didn't have all the information. So I made the right decision for the ship. If you're worried about your credibility, put your ego aside and trust your crew.
Genau.
Trust me.
You might have won some fans on the bridge with that stunt, but not everyone. Lieutenant Commander Chovak has already bent my ear.
I'm sure he doesn't take it personally. He'll get over it in time.
Mr. Chovak is more complicated than he would want to admit. I guess we all are.
Jetzt komm mal runter.
And if I'm being honest, I'm not sure what I would have
Ja,
done.
siehst du.
You never really know if you weren't in those shoes. So, just boil it down to did what you had to. That'll have to be good enough for me.
Thank you for understanding, sir. I'm sure no one knows the burden of command as well as you do.
I'm sure you will, someday. Despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart. So if you'll fetch Mr. Ermot, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Und jetzt mal ganz kurz in die Staaten. Die Staaten? Hier wieder reingucken. Admired Jarrah's instincts to protect the crew when Starbase ordered her to disengage the docking clamps, but she was worried when Jarrah seemed willing to follow Captain Solano's orders without trying to explain the situation, and she was relieved when Jarrah defied Captain Solano's orders and made her own command decision in a moment. Okay, also sie fand es dann ganz gut, dass wir unsere Sachen gemacht haben. Okay. Also er fand das halt nicht gut, dass wir seinen Befehl nicht gefolgt sind. Aber er gibt uns trotzdem noch Vertrauen. Der hat das respektiert, dass wir die Leute retten wollen. Von der Hülle. Also die zwei, ne? Aber er fand es auch nicht gut, als wir gesagt haben, wir wollen Captain Solanos Befehlen folgen, ohne die Situation zu erklären. Aber er fand es dann doch gut, dass wir halt unsere Sachen gemacht haben. Was glad, Jarrah's first instinct was to protect. Also er fand es auch gut, dass wir die Leute draußen retten wollen, was auch logisch ist eigentlich, ne? So sollte man auch denken. Aber der fand es auch nicht gut, dass wir ihm folgen wollten. Aber er fand es wiederum gut, dass wir halt unsere Sachen gemacht haben. Ja, natürlich, der Vulkanier meckert wieder rum, dass wir nicht dem Protokoll gefolgt sind, aber so sind halt Vulkanier. Und, ja, bei Carter... was annoyed after Carter seemed to put his own safety ahead of her own out on the hull. Ganz ehrlich, was bist du für eine blöde Schnepfe? Du sagst, geh du zuerst, los, geh du, los, geh doch rein, los, du zuerst. Dann gehe ich zuerst und dann, du Arschloch, warum gehst du zuerst, du blödes Arschloch? Alter, reg dich ab. Und ich mich auch, aber reg dich ab, du blöde Schnepfe, jetzt mal ehrlich. Was soll das? Also bitte. All I ask is a tall ship. Allerdings, ja. Unfassbar.
All departments reporting full mission readiness. We've got our full complement on board.
This is my favorite moment, right now.
The start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit. Sit, everyone. You all know, I'm not big on speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one. Disengage docking clamps.
Energize.
Docking clamps released.
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Handar.
Mal los. Bringen Sie uns hier raus. Machen Sie es so.
That should do it. Set a course for the Hotari system. Prepare to go to Warp 8.
Aye, Captain.
You know what?
Oh.
Take this.
Oha. Engage, do it. Make way.
Helm. Make way.
Woo!
Make way.
It's a sailing term.
I know that.
Dann sitzen wir uns doch mal. Oh.
Whoa. Careful.
Thank you. I'm fine. Really,
You don't look fine.
Schauen wir doch mal. Es sieht nicht gut aus. Ganz schön rot geworden.
I have to get to sickbay.
Go.
Oha. Gott, was ist denn das für... Was ist das denn für eine Ärztin? Richtig aggressiv. So. Also jetzt ein bisschen Polaski-Vibe.
Well, that was quite a scare. A few minutes more and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm did a real number on her, but she'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your duridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer.
Hi.
To be honest, I've never met a Kobliad before. You're...
Rare. I know.
I was going to say special. Your people's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the duridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet and managed to thrive. I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming. Maybe even a burden at times.
Never did.
It does make me unique, but it's not a burden at all. I'm honored to be Kobliad, to represent my people.
As you should be. And
Richtig.
don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't agree with his methods?
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks. Not when the lives of your crew are at stake. My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed, operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind. Which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew are at stake. What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery. The major innovation. Something he can put his name on. The more the time passes and the further out of reach it gets, the more risk he'll be willing to take.
Tja.
People become blinded by their own ambition. I've seen it happen before.
I hear you. But that's my job, isn't it? To make sure that doesn't happen. And we don't lose sight of the bigger picture.
Which is exactly why I'm so glad you're here. We need you now more than ever.
Danke.
And I have to give you credit for what happened on the bridge. It took guts to defy a direct order.
Huh. I guess word travels fast around here.
It's a small ship. And everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure's almost completely stabilized. And I'll spare us both the lecture, but I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular infusions of Duridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Ach, ich find's doch ganz cool.
Then, my work here is done.
Sorry.
Einen Moment. Ich würde dann doch ganz kurz mal... Dr. Duval was impressed by Jera's sense of responsibility to the crew and was encouraged to see her thinking independently when she defied. Okay, also sie fand das alles ganz gut. Aber ist ja nichts Neues. Ich glaube, sonst hatte sich ja noch nichts getan hier. Ja.
I didn't mean to be lurking outside of sickbay. I didn't want to intrude, so it felt more appropriate to wait out here. We were all worried about you. Or I should say I was.
Oh.
I wasn't sure what was happening at first. But then I realized it was your condition.
I'm feeling much better. Thank you. It's just part of who I am.
Well, being a jerk sometimes is part of who I am. So, I'm sorry for that. You trusted my intuition earlier, with the deflector pulse. I felt I should thank you for that.
Well, thank you for coming. Even though you didn't have to.
I wanted to.
Sehr nett. Was hat sich denn da jetzt geändert? Felt ashamed of his behavior and was impressed by Jera's strength when he saw her outside of sickbay. Siehst du mal. Er hat sich geschämt.
Complete the diagnostic sequence and this shuttle will be cleared for service.
Yes, sir.
Storm in the Hotari region will interfere with our transporters.
Ja, hier machen wir in der nächsten Folge weiter. Bis dahin, tschüss und tüdelü.